Okay, let's see. We got a comment here. It says, I don't understand the conditional statement exercise. I don't know if it's the way they're explaining it or what. Well, let's read through it together and maybe we can make sense of it. So first they start describing what an if statement does, and then they talk about if else, and then if else if, and now they're going to give you some instructions. So given a positive integer n, do the following. If I is between 1 and 9 inclusive, you put the like word, right? So you write out 1, 2, 3, okay? And if it's greater than that, you just say greater than 9. Okay, you can't hear me again? Okay, so I'm back. Now you hear me? All right, good. So the point is, you get a number, like 5, and then you return 5. So does that make it simpler? Does that make sense? Okay, let's go through it step by step. So basically, the problem starts by giving you the summary of how an if statement works. So we say if a condition. Oh, hello.
And then there will be innovator. The innovators from.
Okay. All right. Now we're better. Okay, you guys hear me? Okay, good. So we have if a condition, then we run statements on and on and on. Now, that's just a review. This is just teaching people who have never programmed before. If, else if, else if, else. Okay, now we get to the actual instructions. So the actual instructions start here. Let's just copy and paste this back in here. Okay, given a positive integer, do the following. And the math didn't show up. This copy paste didn't work great. So just go look at it on the page. All right, you're given a number and you return the word. So you're given the number 1, you return O-N-E. If you're given a number greater than 9, you say greater than 9. All right? Okay? Exactly. Jennifer has the right idea. Jennifer is putting some code here. So we say if n is equal to 1, print out 1. That's good. Now are you getting the idea of what this problem is? Because you got to understand the problem in order to make it work. Okay, so is there no command to do? Well, I don't think there's a command to do it without typing each word for each number. If somebody knows a way, they're free to put it or put an easier idea, but I don't think there's any like built-in function to do this. I mean, you could make an array like Joshua did. That makes it quicker, but yeah, you're still going to have to put in the spelling for each of these different numbers, right? You have to give the spelling. And you know, if you wanted to like copy and paste the spelling from somewhere else, that would be fine too. But like just a pre-built thing that you can call, that doesn't exist. You have to provide the computer the numbers. All right. So looks good. And so now do we all understand the problem, at least at this point? That's the most important thing, that we all can look at the problem, make sense of it, and like we'll all be on the same page there. Because the syntax, that's not a huge deal. We can deal with the syntax. But we got to understand the problem. Okay, so it looks like nobody else is talking about the problem. So Jennifer, did you finish the entire problem? Well, the one that we're currently on, the same problem. So I see Joshua posted it. Yeah, no, you did, but Jennifer, because your solution, it's like really terse. So maybe some people would like to see it actually written out with like if and else. No, I love that you did it short. That's great, but just to see like different solutions. Okay, so you're still doing it. That's fine. And yeah, switch statement would totally work. We covered switch statements, so you could use a switch statement. Yeah, switch statement would be a good way to do it. Should we try it with a switch statement together? All right, so if people are totally lost, they can just watch me do a switch statement here. Okay, so we see that we have the n. They give us this. So we start working below where it says write your code here. So for switch, we just start with the word switch, and we're just going to switch based on this n. Okay, now for each case, we are going to display the information. So we can say, all right, for case 1, then we're just going to print out 1, and then we can just break. And then we can say case 2, cout 2, and then we break. And you know, we might need a new line. Let's look at their output. Let's look at their output. So it doesn't really say anything about new lines, so we'll just try it like this, and then if it doesn't work, we fix it. Not a big deal. Then we say case 3, cout 3, and then break. This is good practice for the switch statement. Case 4, cout 4, and then we break. And then we've got case 5, print out 5, then we break. And you see it's a bit repetitive, right? Case 6, print out 6, then we break. And then we do case 7, cout 7, and then we break. Case 8, cout 8, and then we can break. And we really only have 2 more. We're almost done. Case 9, 9, break. And now the default is that it's going to be greater than 9. Now, oh wait, here's a question. Are we assured that it's going to be a positive number? Let's see. So the input, let's see what the input is going to be. Okay, the constraints are they are going to all be positive numbers. So I think the switch statement should work. So let's try it out. So then we say run code. and it works. And then when we think we're ready to submit, we say submit code. They give you a lot more test cases, and we see everything works. So this is how we would do it with the switch statement. Let's copy and paste this here. And then we look at this. All right. Now, if we compare my code with Josh's code, his solution is a lot shorter. And I'll just copy his right beneath mine. He needed a lot fewer lines of code. We didn't really discuss arrays at this point. I think we kind of got into them, so maybe you'd be able to make sense of that. An array is just one memory position after another without having to use separate variable names. So it's like nums at position 0 gives us 1, nums at position 1 gives us 2, etc. Okay? And you see the way he accesses what's in nums is with nums at position n minus 1. So why do we need the minus 1, Josh? Go ahead and type out what's the reason for the minus 1. Why not just say nums at position n? Very good. Array index starts at 0. So what's in nums at position 0 is 1. It doesn't start at 1, it starts at 0. Okay, so excellent. So what's most important, does it make sense when you see my switch statements with the cases and what the problem is? Because that's important. Do we at least understand that why it works? Good. Okay. So that's good. So let's see how to do attendance on a day like today. How about instead of a coding thing, we can do just some sort of oh, I know. What is the area of programming you are most interested in? Okay, so just answer this question. What is the area of programming you're most interested in? If there's nothing, just make something up. Hopefully you have some area, some interest, you're in this class, and go ahead, type that out, then that'll be for attendance. And then once you do that, then you can just call it a day.